Amidst the hush of midnight, when the world cloaks itself in profound silence, a mystery transcends the tangible realm. The Miraculous Gift of the Subconscious by Joseph Murphy. Embark on a journey beyond the confines of the mind, where whispers of the subconscious awaken boundless power. Within these pages lies the revelation of humanity's best-kept secret, a treasure concealed within the labyrinth of time. Veiled in enigmatic mist, this audiobook resembles an ancient parchment brimming with ancestral wisdom awaiting decryption. Set aside skepticism and plunge into the sea of words woven with captivating eloquence. Unearth the concealed magic nestled between the lines, echoing through ages, unlocking doors to personal transformation and the fulfillment of your deepest desires. Enter into this captivating narrative, where the mind becomes the architect of reality and the mysteries of the subconscious serve as keys to unlock the infinite universe. Step into the realm of the uncharted and be swept away by the wonder and intrigue awaiting within the pages of Joseph Murphy's Miraculous Gift of the Subconscious. Discover how this text can work wonders in your life. Miracles have unfolded for individuals worldwide, and they can unfold for you too, provided you begin to harness the power of your subconscious mind. This text aims to impart the understanding that thought molds images and destiny, for a person is what their subconscious dictates. You have pondered the questions: why does one person exude sadness while another radiates joy? Why does one thrive in prosperity while another languishes in poverty? Why does one harbor anxiety while another brims with faith? Why does one inhabit a lavish abode while another dwells in squalor? Why does one achieve great success while another faces dismal failure? Why does one captivate audiences while another languishes in obscurity? Why does one excel in their endeavors while another flounders in mediocrity? Why does one overcome an incurable illness while another succumbs? Why do so many virtuous souls endure torment akin to the damned, while the immoral revel in health and success? Undoubtedly, there are answers to these questions. There are reasons for the recording of this text. The aim of this text is to address these inquiries, shedding light on the aforementioned issues and many others like them. I have endeavored to elucidate the profound truths of the mind using the simplest language feasible. I believe it is achievable to expound upon the fundamental laws of existence using everyday vernacular. You will discover that the language employed in this text mirrors that which you employ in your daily life, whether in the office, at home, or in the workshop. Engage with this text and implement the techniques outlined within. By doing so, I am confident that you will overcome your challenges. This audiobook will liberate you from emotional and physical constraints, setting you on the path to freedom and tranquility of mind. The miraculous power of your subconscious can heal you from any illness and make you strong again. By learning to control your internal powers, you will lose fear. You will open doors and enter a life described by Jean as the glorious freedom of the children of God. Unleash the miraculous power. Personal healing will always be the most convincing proof of our subconscious powers. Over 42 years ago, I overcame a malignant tumor, medically called sarcoma, by using the healing power of my subconscious, which to this day governs all my vital functions. The technique I applied is detailed in this audiobook, and I am sure it will help you have confidence in the healing presence that resides in the depths of every human being. Visiting the office of my kind doctor, I suddenly realized that creative intelligence, the same one that formed my organs and set my heart in motion, could heal its own work. The old proverb says, "The doctor treats the wound and God heals it." Wonders happen when you pray effectively. What is scientific prayer? It is the harmonious interaction of the conscious and the subconscious. This audiobook will teach you the best way to use the realm of inner power within you, allowing you to achieve what you desire in life. If you desire a happier, more fulfilling, and richer life, then you will have it. Just start using this miraculous power and pave your way, solve your economic problems, and attract harmony into your family relationships. Listen to this audiobook several times. The chapters will show you how this power works and how you can tap into your inner inspiration and wisdom. Learn the techniques to strengthen your subconscious mind. Follow the scientific path and take advantage of its infinite storehouse of possibilities. Listen to this audiobook. With seriousness and affection, put it to the test and discover how it can help you, for this audiobook will be the turning point in your life. Everyone prays. Do you know how to pray? When was the last time you prayed as part of your daily activities? In emergencies, in times of danger or trouble, prayers naturally flow, yours and those of your loved ones and friends. Just read the news to see that the whole country is praying for a child with an incurable illness. People pray for peace between nations, for a group of miners trapped in a gallery. Later, it is learned that when they were rescued, the miners prayed while awaiting their rescue. A pilot recounts that he prayed while performing an emergency maneuver. Prayer is indeed helpful in difficult times, but we shouldn't wait until we have problems to make prayer an integral part of our lives. Prayer answers make headlines and demonstrate their effectiveness. What about the innocent prayers of children, the simple thanks at the table, the devotions through which the individual seeks communion with God? My work with people has compelled me to study the nature of prayer. I have prayed all my life and have spoken and worked with many people who have also appreciated it. The problem lies in how to tell others how to pray. People with many problems find it difficult to think and act. They need an easy-to-follow formula, a simple and specific model. Often they need guidance to show them the best method. What do you believe in? It is not what one believes in that answers a person's prayer. The response occurs when the individual's subconscious projects into the image and thought. This law operates in all the world's religions and is psychologically true. The Buddhist, the Christian, the Muslim, and the Hebrew receive answers to their prayers not because of the creed they profess, the rituals, ceremonies, liturgies, sacrifices, or specific offerings, but through belief or mental acceptance of what they pray for. The law of life rests on the law of belief. Belief could be summarized as a mental product. Mental condition is built from what man thinks, feels, and believes. A methodology based on understanding what you are doing and why you are doing it will help you achieve a multitude of good things. Essentially, an answered prayer is nothing more than the materialization of what your heart desired. Desire is prayer. Everyone wishes for health, happiness, security, mental peace, but many do not obtain definite results. A university professor recently confided in me, "I know that if I changed my mental pattern and redirected my life, my ulcers would not reappear, but I have no technique, no process. My mind wanders around my multiple problems and I feel frustrated, defeated." This professor desired perfect health, but he needed to understand how his mind works. Only that would allow him to achieve his wish. By practicing the healing methods described in this audiobook, he achieved complete fulfillment. There is a common mind to all men. The powers of the subconscious existed before you and I were born, even before the existence of any church or society. The great truths and principles of life precede religions. With these thoughts, I invite you in the upcoming chapters to take hold of this wonderful, magical, and transformative power. A power that will heal your mental and physical wounds, free your mind from fear, distance you from poverty, failure, misery, lack, and frustration. All you have to do is mentally and emotionally connect to the good you wish to materialize. The creative powers of your subconscious will respond immediately. Start now and let wonders happen in your life. Move forward and push back the shadows. Before continuing with this audiobook, I would like to ask you a favor. In recent years, the habit of reading has significantly declined, but its power to change people and society as a whole remains intact. At Audiobooks, we seek to make available all the knowledge contained in books in a different way to impact more and more people. But we cannot do it alone. We need your help. By subscribing, you will become one of us and an essential part of this change. I hope I can count on you. Thank you. The treasure within you. If you open your mental vision and contemplate the infinite treasure within you, you will discover that there are infinite riches around you. There is a gold mine from which you can extract everything you need to live a glorious, joyful, and abundant life. Many are deeply asleep because they do not know this gold mine that resides within themselves. Everything you want, you can extract it. A piece of magnetized steel will lift 12 times its own weight. If that same piece of steel loses its magnetization, It will not even lift a feather. Likewise, there are two types of men. The magnetized man is filled with confidence and knows he was born to succeed. On the other hand, the demagnetized man is full of fears and doubts. He sees opportunities slipping away and says, "I might fail, others will mock me." This kind of man will not go far in life because he is so afraid to move forward that he remains where he is. Become a magnetized man and discover the secret of all ages. The secret of the ages. What do you think it is? The secret of atomic energy, thermonuclear energy, the neutron bomb, interstellar travel. No, none of them. So what is it? Where can it be found, and how can it be put into practice? The answer is simple and extraordinary. This wonderful power is found in your own subconscious, the last place most people look. The marvelous power of the subconscious. By learning to unleash the hidden power of your subconscious, you can bring power, wealth, health, happiness, and joy into your life. You don't need to buy or ask for this power, as you already possess it. You just need to learn how to use it, understand it, to apply it in every area of your life. By following the techniques and processes in this audiobook, you can acquire the knowledge and understanding needed. You can draw inspiration from this new light and generate a force that will enable you to achieve your hopes. You can fulfill all your dreams. Decide now and make your life grander, richer, and nobler than ever. Deep within your subconscious lies infinite wisdom. The power and resources await your development and expression. Recognize your deepest potentials and make them manifest in the external world. The infinite intelligence of your subconscious can reveal to you what you need to know at any time and in any place, as long as you open your mind and are receptive. By following these guidelines, you will receive thoughts and ideas that will enable you to create inventions, make discoveries, or write magnificent books. Moreover, this infinite intelligence can impart wondrous knowledge about nature, open pathways to perfect expression, to the true place you occupy in the universe. Through the wisdom of the subconscious, you can conquer and attract the ideal partner, as well as suitable partners and friends. You can find a good buyer for your house, obtain money and financial freedom to pursue what your heart desires. Discovering this inner world is your right. It is a world filled with light, love, and beauty. Its forces, though invisible, are powerful. In your subconscious, you will find the origin and solution to your problems. You can draw forth new powers and acquire the wisdom needed to obtain abundance, security, and joy. I have seen the subconscious revive the invalids, making them vigorous and strong, ready to face the world and experience happiness and health. There is a miraculous healing power in your subconscious, capable of healing the most troubled mind, opening mental doors and freeing you from your physical constraints. Effort is essential for progress in any field. It is a universal requirement that will enable you to become an expert in the workings of the subconscious. As a former chemist, I would like to emphasize this. If you combine 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, you will get water. Similarly, 1 oxygen atom and 1 carbon atom will produce carbon monoxide, a toxic gas. But if you add another oxygen atom, you will get carbon dioxide, a harmless gas. Successive combinations will produce an infinite number of chemical compounds. Do not think that the principles of chemistry, physics, and mathematics differ from the principles of your subconscious. Let us consider this widely accepted universal principle. Water seeks its own level. It is a universal principle applicable to water and other substances. Consider another principle. Matter expands. This is true everywhere, at all times, and under all circumstances. You can heat a piece of steel, and it will expand no matter where it is, whether it's in China, England, India, or Peru. It is an undeniable principle. Matter expands. It is also a universal principle. Everything you register in your subconscious becomes your experience and events. Your prayers are answered because your subconscious is a principle. By principle, I mean the way something works. For example, the principle of electricity lies in the fact that it operates from a high potential to a lower potential. You do not change the principle of electricity when you use it, but you can produce wonderful inventions and discoveries when you know how to guide it and make it act. Your subconscious mentality is a universal principle and operates according to your ability to believe. You must know what belief is, how it works, and why it works. The Bible says in a simple, clear, and beautiful manner, "Whosoever shall say unto this mountain, Be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith." Mark 11:23. Belief is a mental law. It means believing in the workings of your mind, believing in belief itself, because it involves trusting your mind, nothing more. All your experiences and actions are reactions that emanate from your subconscious to your thoughts. Remember, what produces the result is not the thing you believe in, but believing in your own mind. Stop believing in false opinions, superstitions, and fears. Strengthen your belief in the eternal truths of life that never change. By doing so, you will progress and draw nearer to God. Anyone who listens to this text and applies the principles of the subconscious presented here will be able to pray effectively for themselves and for others. Their prayer will be answered because they will submit to the universal law of action and reaction. Thought is the primary action, and reaction is the response. Both correspond to the nature of your thought. Ensure that your mind seeks harmony, health, and peace of mind, and wonderful things will happen in your life. Mental duality, although your mind is singular, possesses two distinct characteristics. The boundary between the two is well known to all thinking beings. Essentially, the two functions of your mind are different, each endowed with separate attributes and powers. The terms generally used to distinguish these two functions are as follows: the objective mind and the subjective mind, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, the waking mind and the sleeping mind, the ego and the superego, the voluntary mind and the involuntary mind, the masculine and the feminine, and so forth. In this text, you will find the terms conscious and subconscious, which we will use to represent mental duality, namely the conscious and subconscious mind. An excellent way to understand the two functions of the mind is to compare it to a garden. You are the gardener, and you sow seeds of thought into your subconscious. What you sow into your subconscious, you reap in your body and in your environment. Begin now to sow thoughts of peace, happiness, goodwill, and prosperity. Meditate on these qualities and accept them into your conscious mind. Plant these seeds daily in the vast garden of your mind. Only then will you reap an abundant harvest. Your subconscious can be likened to the soil where all sorts of seeds are placed, which will grow favorably or unfavorably. Grapes, thorns, figs, or thistles are harvested there. Therefore, every thought is a cause and every condition is an effect. It is crucial that you take control of your thoughts, thus ensuring they grow in an appropriate environment and framework. When your mind thinks correctly, when you understand it and deposit constructive thoughts into it, the magical power of your subconscious will respond and create harmonious and suitable conditions. When you begin to control your mental processes, you can apply your subconscious to any problem or difficulty. In other words, you will cooperate with the infinite power and omnipotent mind that govern all things. Observe around you wherever you live. You will notice that most of humanity focuses on mastering the external world, while the wise are interested in the inner world. Remember that the inner world, namely your thoughts, feelings, and images, is what creates your outer world. Therefore, it is the creative power made by you in the inner world, whether consciously or unconsciously. Understanding the interaction between your conscious mind and your subconscious will enable you to transform your entire life. To change external conditions, you must change the causes. Most people try to change conditions and circumstances by directly working with them. However, to eliminate discord and confusion, you must eliminate the cause, which lies in how you use your conscious mind, namely in your way of thinking and imagining. You live in an ocean of infinite wealth. Your subconscious is highly responsive to your thoughts. Your thoughts form the mold through which flows the infinite intelligence, wisdom, vital forces, and energies of your subconscious. The practical application of the laws of your mind, as illustrated in each chapter of this audiobook, will enable you to experience abundance rather than poverty, wisdom rather than superstition and ignorance, as well as peace instead of pain. From a mental, emotional, or material standpoint, there is no more wonderful blessing than this. Most great scientists, artists, poets, singers, writers, and inventors have understood the workings of the conscious and subconscious mind. Once, Caruso, the great tenor, experiences stage fright. He felt his throat constricting due to spasms caused by sweat dripping down his face, and he had to go on stage in a few minutes. He exclaimed, "They will mock me, I cannot sing." Then he shouted in the presence of those behind the stage, "My little self wants to strangle the big inner self." He told the little self, "Get out of here, the big self wants to sing." By the big self, he referred to the unlimited power and wisdom of his subconscious mind. He began shouting, "Out, out, the big self will sing!" His subconscious responded and released the vital forces within him. When the curtain rose, he stepped onto the stage, and the audience was captivated by his majestic singing. It's evident that Caruso understood the two levels of the mind, the conscious or rational, and the subconscious or irrational. Your subconscious mind is responsive and reacts to your thoughts. When your conscious mind is filled with fear, worry, and anxiety, the negative emotions of your subconscious mind are unleashed and overwhelm your mind with a sense of panic and despair. When this happens, you can, like Caruso, speak with confidence. You can tell it, "Be still, be quiet, I am in control, you must obey me, you are subject to my orders, you cannot interfere where you are not called." It's interesting to see how you can speak with authority and with the movement of your deepest self that used to remain silent and in harmony. The subconscious is subject to the conscious mind, and that's why it's called subconscious or subjective. You'll notice the main differences and modes of operation with the following example. The conscious mind is like the captain at the helm of a ship. He steers the ship and gives orders to the men in the engine room, who in turn control all the boilers, gauges, etc. The men in the engine room simply follow orders and don't know where they're going, or they'll run aground. Even if the captain gave incorrect or erroneous instructions, the men in the engine room obey him because he is in charge and gives orders that are automatically executed. The crew members simply follow orders, just as the captain is the owner of his ship and his orders are followed. Similarly, your conscious mind is the captain and owner of your being, which includes your body, your environment, and all your problems. Your subconscious mind receives the instructions you give it based on what your conscious mind believes and accepts as true. When you constantly repeat the phrase, "I can't do it," your conscious mind takes over and ensures that you are unable to do what you want. As long as you continue to say, "I can't afford this car, this trip to Europe, this house, this shelter, this Kiowa furniture," you can be sure that your conscious mind will follow these orders. On Christmas Eve, a beautiful college student looked at an attractive and quite expensive bag in a store window. She was going to spend the holidays in Buffalo, New York. She was about to say, "I can't afford this bag," when she remembered something she had heard at one of my lectures. Never cling to a negative statement. Reverse it. This bag is mine. It's there. I mentally take it, and my subconscious will take care of the rest. At exactly 8 o'clock that same Christmas Eve, her fiancé gave her a bag exactly like the one she had looked at and identified with mentally. She had filled her mind with the thought of expectation and released the whole matter to her deepest mind. The University of Southern California student expressed, "It's a principle. I didn't have the economic resources to acquire this bag, but now I've discovered where to find the money and everything I need, and it's in the infinite treasure that dwells within me." There is another simple example to describe this matter. When you say, "I don't like mushrooms," and then find yourself eating mushrooms in sauce or salad, you will feel bad because your subconscious mind told your conscious mind that it didn't like mushrooms. This is a funny example of the differences and modes of operation of the conscious and subconscious. A woman may say, "I won't drink coffee in the evening," every time she drinks coffee in the evening. Her subconscious nudges her and says, "The boss wants you to get up early in the morning." So your subconscious mind works 24 hours a day and devises plans to your advantage, managing and controlling everything stemming from your habitual thoughts. How did her subconscious react? A few months ago, I received a message from a woman who wrote the following: "Currently, I am 75 years old, widowed, and have a large family. I lived alone and depended on a pension. I discovered your lectures on the powers of the subconscious mind, where you mentioned that ideas could be transmitted through repetition, faith, and expectancy. I began to consciously and often repeat to myself, I am desirable. I am happily married to a kind, affectionate, and polite man. I am a confident woman. The letter continued. I continued to do this several times a day for 2 weeks. One day in the corner pharmacy, I was introduced to a retired pharmacist. He seemed kind, understanding, and very polite. He was the answer to my prayer. In a week he proposed marriage to me, and now we're on our honeymoon in Europe. I'm sure my subconscious united us both by divine order. This woman discovered that everything was within her. Her prayer was deemed true, and her affirmation was osmotically transmitted to her subconscious, which is the creative medium. By the time she materialized her subjective desire, her subconscious activated the law of attraction. Its deep, wise energy united the two according to divine order. A brief summary of the key ideas to remember. 1. The doors of wealth are within you. Seek within yourself the answer to the desires of your heart. 2. The great secret held by great men of all ages was their ability to unleash their mental powers. You can do the same. 3. Your subconscious has the answer to all problems. If you tell your subconscious before sleep, I want to wake up at 6 a.m., it will awaken you at that exact hour. 4. The subconscious is the builder of your body and can heal you. Fall asleep every night with the idea that you will have perfect health and your subconscious will obey you. 5. Every thought is a cause and every condition is an effect. 6. If you want to write a great book, succeed in a play, deliver a speech to a large audience, convey the idea to your subconscious, and it will respond accordingly. 7. You are like the captain of a ship. Just as you must give the right orders to your subconscious, which controls and governs your experiences. 8. Never use the terms, I can't do it or I can't do this. Your subconscious will take you at your word and ensure that you neither have the money nor the ability to achieve what you want. Affirm, I can do everything through my subconscious. 9. The law of life is the law of belief. A belief is a thought. Do not believe in things that harm you or cause you pain. Believe in the power of your subconscious. Be inspired, strengthened, and prosper. 10. If you change your thoughts, you will change your destiny. How does your own mind work? You must learn to use your mind. There are 2 levels in your mind: the conscious level and the subconscious or irrational level. You think with your conscious mind, and what you usually think remains in your subconscious mind, which creates according to the nature of your thoughts. The subconscious is where emotions and creativity reside. If you think good thoughts, good will follow you. If you think evil, evil will align with your life. That's how the mind works. The key point to remember is that as soon as the subconscious mind accepts an idea, it begins to implement it. The law of the subconscious works as well for positive ideas as for negative ones. This is a universal truth and principle. When applied negatively, this law is the cause of failure, frustration, and unhappiness. However, when your habitual thought is harmonious, you experience success, prosperity, and health. Peace and health are inevitable when you begin to think correctly. Any mental affirmation you make and feel is true will be accepted by your subconscious and manifested in your experience. All you have to do is to have your conscious mind accept the idea and law of your own subconscious. You will bring the health, peace, or prosperity you desire. You give the order. Your subconscious will faithfully reproduce the idea you have imposed. The law of your mind is this: you will get a reaction or response based on the nature of the thought you have in your conscious mind. Psychologists and psychiatrists report that thoughts transmitted to the subconscious produce results in brain cells. When the subconscious accepts an idea, it immediately sets it into action. It works through the association of ideas and leverages the knowledge you have acquired throughout your life to achieve its goal. It uses the power, energy, and wisdom that reside within you to align the laws of nature to get what you want. Finding an immediate solution to your difficulties may take time, but sometimes it will take only a few days. The methods are impossible to discover. differentiation of the terms conscious and subconscious. Remember that these are not two minds. They are two spheres of activity within the same mind. Your conscious mind is the part that reasons and makes decisions. It's the one that chooses, for example, the books you will read, the house you will live in, and your partner. Your conscious mind is the one with which you make decisions. On the other hand, if there are no conscious choices on your part, your heart will continue to beat, just like your digestion, circulation, and respiration, processes controlled by your subconscious, regardless of your conscious control. Your subconscious mind accepts what is imposed on it, doesn't reason in the same way as your conscious mind, and doesn't argue with you. Your subconscious mind is like the soil that accepts seeds, whether they are good or bad. Your thoughts are active and can be compared to seeds. Negative and destructive thoughts work automatically in your subconscious mind and eventually manifest over time. Remember that your subconscious mind doesn't concern itself with evaluating whether your thoughts are good or bad, true or false, but responds according to the nature of those thoughts. For example, if you assume something to be true, even if it's not the case, your subconscious mind will accept it as true and produce results that you will have to follow because you consciously assumed it. Many psychological tests have shown that the mind is incapable of making the necessary choices and comparisons required for proper reasoning in people under hypnosis. Moreover, it has been proven time and again that the subconscious mind accepts any suggestion, even if it's false. Once the suggestion is accepted, the subconscious mind responds according to the nature of the given command. To illustrate the suggestive capacity of the subconscious, imagine that a hypnotist suggests to the hypnotized person that they are Napoleon Bonaparte, a cat or a dog. This subject will play the role accurately and convincingly. Their personality changes at that moment and believes in what they're told they are. An experienced hypnotist can suggest to one person that they have an itch on their back, to another that they're bleeding from the nose, to another that they're a marble statue, to another that they're freezing and the temperature has dropped to 0. Each will follow the line of their particular suggestion, totally indifferent to their surroundings. These simple illustrations clearly show the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious, which is impersonal, non-selective, and accepts as true whatever it believes to be true. Because of this reality, it is of paramount importance to choose thoughts and ideas that bring blessings, healing, inspiration, and joy into your life. Explanation of the terms objective and subjective mind. The conscious mind is sometimes called the objective mind because it deals with external objects. This objective mind has knowledge of the objective world and uses the 5 senses as means of observation. It is the guide and director in interacting with the environment. Knowledge is acquired through the 5 senses. The objective mind learns through observation, experience, and education. As mentioned earlier, the most important function of the objective mind is a single one: reasoning. Suppose you're one of the thousands of tourists who visit Los Angeles every day. By observing the parks, gardens, buildings, and charming neighborhoods, you conclude that it's a truly attractive city. That's how the objective mind works. On the other hand, the subconscious mind is often called the subjective mind. It becomes aware of the environment through means other than the 5 senses. The subjective mind perceives through intuition. Your subjective mind is the seat of emotions and the repository of memory. It performs higher functions when the objective senses are in a state of suspension. In short, it's that intelligence that manifests when the mind is in a drowsy or unconscious state. Your subjective mind can see without using the organs of sight. It has the ability of clairvoyance and clairaudience. Your subjective mind can separate from your body, travel to distant places, and bring back accurate and truthful information. Through your subjective mind, you can read the thoughts of others, read the contents of sealed envelopes and safes. Your subjective mind has the ability to pick up the thoughts of others without resorting to the usual means of communication. It's important that we understand the interaction between the objective and subjective minds. It's only thus that we will understand the art of prayer. The subconscious mind cannot reason in the same way as the conscious mind. Your subconscious mind is incapable of arguing. Therefore, if you provide it with erroneous suggestions, it will accept them as true and materialize them as experiences and events. All the things that have happened to you are based on thoughts imprinted in your subconscious mind through beliefs. If you've transmitted erroneous thoughts to your subconscious, you can only overcome them through the repetition of constructive and harmonious thoughts. You'll have to repeat them frequently and ensure that your mind accepts them. It's only thus that new and healthy habits of thought and life will form in your subconscious mind, for in your subconscious mind reside habits. The habitual thoughts of your subconscious create deep grooves within it. This is very favorable if your habitual thoughts are harmonious, peaceful, and constructive. If you've been carried away by fear, worry, and other destructive patterns, the solution lies in acknowledging the unlimited power of your subconscious and affirming your thoughts of happiness and health. The subconscious mind, being creative, will proceed to create the freedom and happiness requested and commanded. The power of suggestion. Indeed, your conscious mind is the gatekeeper. Its main function is to protect you from false impressions. Now you know one of the basic laws of the mind, suggestion. As you know well, your subconscious mind doesn't make comparisons, contrasts, reasonings, or thoughts by itself. This latter function belongs to the conscious mind. It only reacts to mental impressions from the conscious. It doesn't have a preference for one way of acting or another. The following example illustrates the significant power of suggestion. Imagine you're on a boat and you approach a passenger who looks shy. You say to them, "You look very unwell. Pale, my friend. I think you're sick. Let me help you up to your cabin." The passenger will turn pale. Your suggestion of illness connects with their own fears and premonitions. They will accept your offer to go down to the cabin, and this negative suggestion that you proposed will become reality. Different reactions to the same suggestion. However, each person reacts differently to the same suggestion. This happens because everyone has their own conditioning and beliefs. For example, if you approach a sailor on the boat and say, "Dear friend, you look really unwell. Don't you feel sick? It seems to me you have seasickness." Depending on their temperament, the sailor will either laugh at your joke or express slight discomfort. In this case, your attempt fell flat because the sailor's mind is conditioned by their immunity to seasickness. Therefore, it provokes neither fear nor worry in them, but rather confidence or simply indifference. According to the dictionary, suggestion refers to the act or instance of introducing something into someone's mind, as well as the mental process by which the suggested thought is brought into effect. You must remember that a suggestion cannot be imposed against the will of people. Indeed, the conscious mind has the ability to reject the received suggestion. In the case of the sailor, they weren't afraid of seasickness. They had convinced themselves of their immunity to it. The negative suggestion had absolutely no power to inspire fear in them. In contrast, the suggestion made to the inexperienced passenger brought forth their internal fear of seasickness. Each of us has our own fears, beliefs, and opinions. These internal assumptions are what guides and directs our lives. A suggestion has no power in itself unless mentally accepted. Therefore, your subconscious powers flow both unlimitedly and restrictively, as they are subordinate to nature. How he lost his arm. Every 2 or 3 years, I give lectures in London at Caxton Hall, a forum I founded several years ago. The director, Mrs. Everly, informed me of an article in the English newspapers that specifically talked about the power of suggestion. The article told the story of a man who suggested to his subconscious for 2 years, "I would give my right arm to see my daughter healed." Apparently, his daughter suffered from crippling arthritis as well as a skin disease. Medical treatment had failed to relieve her pain, and the father earnestly desired her healing. A few weeks later, Dr. Fett told me that the father was on a trip when his car collided with another car. He lost his right arm, and immediately his daughter's illnesses disappeared. Therefore, you must ensure to give your subconscious suggestions that heal, bless, uplift, and inspire. Remember that your subconscious doesn't take jokes as such. It takes your words as they come. Autosuggestion eliminates fear. Autosuggestion means suggesting something specific and defined to oneself. In an excellent manual on autosuggestion, The author H.E. Parkin recounts the following incident, which certainly has a humorous touch. A New Yorker visits Chicago and looks at his watch, which is an hour ahead of Chicago time, and tells a friend it's noon. The friend, ignoring the time difference between Chicago and New York, tells the New Yorker that he's hungry and must go eat. Autosuggestion can be used to eliminate fears and other negative memories. A young singer was invited to an audition and was eagerly awaiting the interview, but she had failed 3 times before due to nerves. This young girl had a very beautiful voice, but she would say to herself, "When it comes time to sing, they won't like it. I'll try, but my anxiety won't allow me to do it properly." Her subconscious accepted these negative suggestions as orders and turned them into experiences. The cause was involuntary autosuggestion, that is, thoughts of fear and rejection. The young singer overcame this with the following technique. 3 times a day, she would retreat into a room, lie on a chair, relax her body, and close her eyes. Then, she would calm her mind and body as much as possible. Physical relaxation promotes receptivity and makes the mind more inclined to suggestion. She countered her fear by saying to herself, "I sing wonderfully. I am in harmony, serene, confident, and calm." Slowly repeating this affirmation silently and nodding, she did it 5 to 10 times a day, during the day and before going to bed. After a week, she was completely prepared and confident. She didn't get the job, but she received an invitation for another audition where she performed much better. How to regain memory. A 75-year-old woman used to repeat to herself, "I'm losing my memory." She reversed the procedure and practiced induced self-suggestion several times a day, saying to herself, "From today, my memory improves in every way. I will always remember what I need to know at any time and in any place. The impressions received will be clearer and more defined. I will retain them automatically and easily. Everything I want to remember will come back instantly to my mind. I am improving every day, and very soon, my memory will be better than ever." Needless to say the result, the woman passed away a few weeks later due to an illness common to her advanced age, but her family claimed that her memory had suddenly recovered. How to overcome bad moods. Many men suffering from irritability and bad moods have shown to be very responsive to self-suggestion. They have achieved wonderful results by applying the following affirmations. "From now on, I will have a better mood. Joy and joviality are my habitual states of mind. Every day, I become kinder and more understanding. Now, I am becoming the center of joy for everyone around me. I will no longer get angry with stupid people, and I will radiate cheerfulness. I am grateful for the constructive and destructive power of self-suggestion. I will present you with some illustrations and comments on the so-called heterosuggestion. Heterosuggestion refers to suggestions from other people. Throughout all ages, the power of suggestion has played a significant role in the lives and thinking of men, regardless of the times and nationalities. In many parts of the world, this power is controlled by religions. Suggestion can discipline our minds, but it can also take control of our behavior. In its optimistic form, it is wonderful and constructive. In its negative aspects, it is a destructive tool for the mind, as it breeds misery, illness, and disaster. Have you accepted any of these since childhood? Most of us have been exposed to many suggestions without knowing how to counter them. We have unconsciously accepted them. Here are some of these negative suggestions. You will never succeed. You will fail. You don't stand a chance. You're wrong. You're useless. The world is horrible. Why bother? Nobody cares. It's pointless to put in so much effort. You're too old for this. Things are getting worse. Life is hard. Love is for the lazy. You're getting worse. You are very likely to get sick. Don't trust anyone. Unless you use positive self-suggestion as an adult, past impressions will continue to cause patterns of behavior and tendencies toward unhappiness, personal and social failure. Self-suggestion serves to free you from the mass of negative verbal conditioning that could otherwise distort and complicate your life. You can counter negative suggestions if you read the newspaper. You will find dozens of articles that could foster feelings of fear, worry, and impending doom. If you accept them, these thoughts could make you want to stop living. You must reject all these negative suggestions and refuse any destructive idea. Regularly analyze the negative self-suggestions people give you. You don't have to be influenced by destructive heterosuggestion. We have all undergone it to some extent in childhood and adolescence. If you look back, you will easily remember how your parents, friends, teachers, and acquaintances contributed to your negative suggestions. Examine the things that were said to you, and you will find that many of them were misinformation and circumstantial. Much of what you were told was intended to control you or inspire fear. Heterosuggestion is found in every home, office, and factory and club. You will realize that many of these suggestions aim to make you think, feel, and act as others want. How suggestion killed a man. Here is another example of heterosuggestion. A relative of mine consulted an Indian fortune teller who told him he had heart problems and would die at the next full moon. My relative, distraught, began telling everyone in the family, and even wrote his will. This suggestion entered his subconscious because he accepted it without objection. My relative also told me he believed this fortune teller had hidden powers and could cause harm or well-being to a person. He died as predicted, but without knowing what the true cause of his death was. I suppose many of us have similarly absurd and ridiculous stories. In light of what I have learned, let us analyze this case and see what happened in the subconscious. Whatever the subconscious mind of man believes, the subconscious accepts and acts upon. My relative was enjoying good vitality and health when he consulted the fortune teller. However, the latter gave him a very negative suggestion, and he accepted it. He was terrified and kept thinking he would die soon. He told everyone and prepared for the end. The activity happened in his mind, and his thought was the cause. He brought about his supposed death, or rather the destruction of his own body, because the anticipation of death was greater. The fortune teller who predicted his death had no more power than sticks of wood. The suggestion had no power to create or bring about the suggested result. If he had known the laws of his mind, he would have rejected the suggestion and refused to pay attention to his words, knowing deep down that he was governed and controlled by his own thought. Like arrows fired at a battleship, his prophecy could have been neutralized and repelled without causing major damage. The suggestions of others have no power over you unless you give them that power. You must give your consent and watch your thoughts, for they will become a part of you. Remember, if you have the choice, choose life, choose love, choose health, choose abundance. The power of an assumed major premise. Your mind works like a syllogism, which implies that any significant premise adopted by your mind as true influences the conclusion your subconscious arrives at. If your premise is true, the conclusion must be true. As in the following example, every virtue is praiseworthy. Kindness is a virtue, therefore kindness is praiseworthy. Another example is as follows. All built things disappear. The pyramids of Egypt are built things, therefore the pyramids will disappear. The first statement is called the major premise, and the correct conclusion must necessarily follow from the correct premise. A university professor who attended some of my lectures on the science of the mind in May 1962 in New York shared this with me. My life is completely disordered. I have lost health, wealth, and friendships. Everything I try to do goes wrong. I explained to him that it's important to establish a major premise in his thinking, acknowledging that the infinite intelligence of his mind must guide him. Only then could he thrive spiritually, mentally, and materially. Thus, his subconscious would automatically direct him in his investments, decisions, and also heal his body. This professor formulated an image of how he wanted his life to be. It was his major premise. Infinite intelligence guides me in all my ways. I enjoy perfect health, beauty, love, peace, and abundance are part of my life. The principle of right action and divine order governs my life. The major premise is based on eternal truths, and I know that my subconscious responds according to the nature of rational thought. He wrote this to me. I repeated these affirmations slowly, silently, and lovingly several times a day, knowing that they were deeply ingrained in my subconscious. I am sincerely grateful to you for the interview you granted me, and I am happy to inform you that all aspects of my life are improving. It's working. The subconscious doesn't argue. Your subconscious is vast and has the answers to all questions. It doesn't engage in discussions with you and doesn't respond with phrases like, "Don't try to impress me with that." For example, when you say, "I can't do this, I'm already too old," or "I can't take on this responsibility, I was born on the wrong side of the tracks," or "I don't know anyone to help me," you impress your subconscious with these negative thoughts, thus blocking your own well-being, bringing with it lack, limitation, and frustration into your life. When you encounter obstacles, hindrances, and delays, you deny the wisdom and intelligence residing within your own subconscious. You're actually suggesting that when your subconscious can't solve a problem, it can result in mental and emotional congestion, which in turn can trigger neurotic tendencies. To achieve your desire and overcome frustration, repeat several times a day. The infinite intelligence bestowed upon me guides me in the development of my desires. I know that the deepest wisdom of my subconscious now responds, and that my inner is expressing itself outwardly. There is balance, harmony, and equanimity within me. If you say there's no solution, I'm lost, you'll get no response from your subconscious. If you want your subconscious to work for you, frame appropriate requests. The subconscious works for you. It controls your heartbeats and also your breath. It heals wounds and supports life. Always seek to preserve your subconscious. It has its own intelligence, but accepts your patterns as orders. When you solve a problem, your subconscious will give you an answer. But wait until you arrive at a decision and true judgment in your conscious mind. You must recognize that the answer is in your subconscious. However, if you say, "I don't think there's a way out, I'm too confused," you neutralize your prayer, like a soldier counting minutes without advancing. Stop the gears of your mind and relax. Let go and silently say, "My subconscious knows the answer. It's responding to me now. I'm grateful because I know that the intelligence of my subconscious knows all things and reveals to me the appropriate answers." It makes me happy to know that this is happening. To summarize the key points, you think good, it will follow you. You think evil, it will follow you. You are what you think. Your subconscious doesn't argue with you. It accepts the decisions of your conscious mind. You have incredible power of choice. Choose to cultivate health and happiness in your mind. You can choose to be kind instead of being unpleasant. Choose to be cooperative, joyful, friendly, and kind, and you'll see how the whole world responds positively to your attitude. Here's the best way to develop a wonderful personality and build positive relationships with others. Remember that every choice you make has the potential to influence your life and how you interact with the world. Your conscious mind is the gatekeeper. Its main function is to protect your subconscious from false impressions. Choose to believe that something good can happen and will happen. Your power lies in your ability to choose. Choose happiness and abundance. The suggestions and affirmations of others do not have the power to harm you. The only power is your own thought. You can reject others' thoughts and seek the good. You have the power to choose how to react. Reflect on what you say, avoid unnecessary words. Never say, "I will fail, I will lose my job, I won't be able to pay the rent." Your subconscious doesn't joke. It will make all these things happen. Your thought is not bad, no force of nature is bad. It depends on how it uses its tools. Use your mind to bless, heal, and inspire the people around you. Avoid saying, "I can't," and overcome that fear. Replace it with, "I can do anything through the power of my subconscious." Improving your thoughts and beliefs will help strengthen and achieve your goals. Operate from the perspective of eternal truths and principles, not fear, ignorance, and superstition. Don't let others think for you. Choose your thoughts and make your own decisions. You are the captain of your soul and your destiny. Your subconscious is the ship. Remember that you have the power to choose. Choose life, choose love, choose health, choose happiness. You have the power to determine and create the reality you desire. What your conscious mind assumes and believes, your subconscious will make real. Believe in divinity, good deeds, and life's blessings. The miraculous power of the subconscious is immense. It inspires, guides, and reveals names and scenes from your memory warehouse. Your subconscious regulates your heartbeat, controls blood circulation, and regulates digestion. When you eat a piece of bread, it works to turn it into muscle and blood tissue. It is responsible for the processes of assimilation and utilization of nutrients for health, a process beyond human knowledge. Your subconscious controls all vital processes and functions and knows the answer to all problems. The subconscious never sleeps or rests. It's always working. You can discover its miraculous power by clearly listing your specific desires before dying. Discovering that internal forces are released and the desired result is achieved, you will be amazed. It is a source of power and wisdom that connects you with the omnipotence or power that animates the world. Your subconscious is the source of ideals, aspirations, and vital impulses. Through it, Shakespeare revealed great hidden truths for the average man of his time. It was the subconscious that led the Greek sculptor Phidias to express beauty, order, symmetry, and proportion in his marble and bronze sculptures. It allowed Raphael to paint and Beethoven to compose symphonies. In 1955, I had the opportunity to give a lecture at a university in Rishikesh, India, where I had a conversation with a surgeon from Bombay. During our discussion, the surgeon told me about Dr. James S. Daly, a Scottish surgeon who worked in Bengal before the introduction of new anesthesia methods between 1843 and 1846. Dr. Esdaile performed about 400 eye, ear, and throat operations, all performed under mental anesthesia. He informed me that the post-operative mortality rate of patients was extremely low, probably 2 or 3%. Patients felt no pain, and there were no deaths during the operations. Dr. Esdaile suggested to the subconscious minds of all his patients, who were in a hypnotic state, that no infection or septic condition would develop. It is important to remember that this occurred before Louis Pasteur, Joseph Lister, and other scientists shed light on the bacterial origin of diseases and the causes of infections related to non-sterile and virulent organisms. This Indian surgeon stated that the reason for the low mortality and general absence of infection reduced to a minimum was undoubtedly due to Dr. Esdaile's suggestions to the subconscious minds of his patients. They responded according to his suggestion. It is wonderful to think that more than 20 years ago, a surgeon discovered the miraculous powers of the subconscious mind. Don't you feel some emotion when you reflect on the powers of your subconscious? Consider your extrasensory perceptions, your clairvoyance and clairaudience, your independence from time and space, your ability to free yourself from pain and suffering, and your ability to find answers to problems. All of this and much more reveal that there is a power beyond intellect. All these experiences bring joy because they come from your subconscious mind. Your subconscious is the book of your life. No matter the thoughts, beliefs, opinions, theories, or dogmas you write, memorize, or imprint in your subconscious, you will experience them objectively in your life. What you engrave inside, you experience outside. Your life has two faces, the objective and the subjective, the visible and the invisible. Your thought is received by your brain, which is the rational organ of your mind. When it fully accepts this thought, it sends it to the solar plexus, known as the subconscious mind's brain, where it becomes reality. As mentioned earlier, your subconscious cannot debate with you. It acts according to what you command and definitively accepts your conclusions. That's why it's always writing the book of your life. Your thoughts become experiences. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Man is the only animal that thinks all day." What is imprinted in your subconscious expresses itself. William James, the father of functional psychology, said that the power to change the world lies in your subconscious because it possesses unlimited intelligence and wisdom. It taps into hidden sources, and it's a law of life. Everything you put into it in harmony and peace will experience health, happiness, peace, and joy. There is no sickness or discord when the conscious and subconscious work in harmony. In other words, what is recorded in your subconscious expresses itself in reality. This truth has been practiced by Moses, Isaiah, Jesus, Buddha, Zoroaster, and all enlightened visionaries. What you feel as true manifests as real experiences and events. Movement and emotion must be balanced, as in heaven, so on earth, as in the mind, so in the body. This is the great law of life. In nature, you will find action and reaction, rest and movement. These two aspects must be balanced to achieve harmony. You are here to allow this principle to flow rhythmically. Entry and exit must be equal. Impression and expression must be equal. All your frustration is due to dissatisfaction. If you think negatively and viciously, destructive emotions will be generated. These emotions, being negative in nature, express themselves as diseases, ulcers, heart problems, tension, and anxiety. Whatever idea or feeling you have about yourself, every part of your being expresses that idea. Your vitality, your body, your economic situation, your friends, and your social status reflect the idea you have of yourself. This is the true meaning of what is engraved in your subconscious. We harm ourselves with our negative ideas. Often we hurt ourselves by being angry, fearful, jealous, or seeking revenge. These are the poisons that saturate your subconscious. You were not born with these attitudes, so feed your subconscious with invigorating thoughts. Thus, you will eliminate negative patterns. As you do this, the past will fade away and no longer be recalled. The subconscious heals diseases. Personal healing will always be the most convincing proof of the subconscious's healing power. 40 years ago, I eliminated a malignant skin tumor, only through prayer. Medical therapy had not been able to stop its growth, and it was progressively worsening. A clergyman with profound psychological knowledge explained to me the meaning of Psalm 139, where it says, "I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful." He explained to me that the term works referred to my subconscious, which shaped and formed all my organs from an invisible cell. He also emphasized that my subconscious had created my body and could also recreate and heal it according to a perfect pattern. He taught me by showing me a watch, saying, "This has a maker, and the watchmaker must first have the idea in mind before creating the watch. If the watch is defective, the watchmaker can repair it." My friend reminded me that the subconscious, which had created my body, was like a skilled watchmaker, knowing exactly how to heal, restore, and direct the vital functions of my organism. However, it is my responsibility to provide it with perfect ideas about health, because acting as cause will produce healing. My body and its organs were created by the infinite intelligence of the subconscious. It knows how to heal me. Its wisdom has formed my tissues, muscles, and bones. The healing presence within me is transforming every atom of my being at this very moment, making me whole and perfect. I give thanks for this healing, for the works of the creative intelligence are wonderful. In this profound acknowledgement of the intelligence that animates every part of my being, I immerse myself further in the conviction that every breath, every heartbeat, is orchestrated by a benevolent force acting for my well-being. I let this knowledge permeate every cell, fueling my faith in my intrinsic ability to recover and thrive. Every day, I align with this powerful healing energy by practicing gratitude and nurturing my mind with positive thoughts. By cultivating this awareness of my own healing, I create an inner environment conducive to the flourishing of health and well-being. I celebrate the wonder of life pulsating within me, recognizing that my body is a sacred temple of regeneration and healing. By fully appreciating this truth, I commit to taking care of myself with kindness, nourishing my mind, body, and soul with love and attention. At every moment I connect with this inner healing force, letting its influence spread into my daily life. With confidence and gratitude, I move forward with the certainty that I am guided towards a state of health and wholeness ever greater. I began praying aloud for about 5 minutes 2 or 3 times a day. After 3 months, I noticed that my skin was completely healthy and perfect. All I did was instill in my subconscious vivifying patterns of wholeness, beauty, and perfection, erasing the negative images and entrenched thought patterns that were the cause of my issues. Nothing appears on your body if it does not appear first in your mind. By continuously soaking your mind in affirmations, you change your body. This is the basis of healing. This awareness opened me up to a world of infinite possibilities as to how I can influence my own health and well-being. I delved deeper into the power of affirmations and visualization, immersing myself in meditation sessions that not only soothed my mind, but also strengthened my healing intentions. Every word spoken with conviction during my prayer sessions seemed to resonate in the depths of my being, reaffirming the fundamental truth that my mind and body are deeply connected. Each positive affirmation was like a seed planted in the fertile garden of my mind, taking root and blossoming into physical reality. As I soaked in these revitalizing thoughts, I noticed changes not only in my skin, but in my overall energy and attitude towards life. It was as if every cell in my body responded to this new mental programming, bolstering my faith in the potential of inner healing. I became more mindful of my thoughts, consciously choosing those aligned with health and well-being. I realized that healing is not just a physical process, but a mindset, a way of life. By nourishing my mind with positive affirmations, I created a fertile ground for continuous transformation and healing. This practice has not only become a habit, but a philosophy of life. Every day I wake up with gratitude, acknowledging the power of my mind and its influence on my body and health. I continue to immerse myself in the deep conviction that my mind has the power to shape my physical reality, and I celebrate every positive manifestation that arises from it. How does the subconscious control bodily functions? While you are awake or asleep in your bed, your subconscious controls all vital organs of your body without any assistance. For example, while you sleep, your heart continues to beat, your lungs continue to function, and the inhalation and exhalation process by which your blood absorbs fresh air works just like when you are awake. Your subconscious controls digestive processes and glandular secretions, as well as the mysterious operations of your body. For instance, scientists inform us that the skin secretes more sweat during sleep than during wakefulness. The eyes, ears, and other senses are active during sleep. Many great scientists have received answers and ideas during their sleep, meaning they have seen the answers in their dreams. Often, your conscious mind interferes with your heartbeat, breathing, and stomach function, thereby manifesting worry, anxiety, fear, and depression. These thought patterns can interfere with the harmony of your subconscious. When you are mentally disturbed, it is best to relax, calm yourself, and quiet your mental processes. Speak to your subconscious, tell it to take charge, to act with harmony and divine order. You will see that all functions of your body will return to normal. Be sure to speak to it with authority and conviction, and it will follow your commands. The subconscious preserves your life and restores your health. It makes you love your children and parents, thus illustrating this instinctive desire to preserve life. Suppose you ate something spoiled, your subconscious would make you vomit. If you accidentally ingested poison, your subconscious would act to neutralize it. Entrust your health to your subconscious. How to make your subconscious work for you. Your subconscious mind is always active, operating 24 hours a day, whether you are aware of it or not. It is the builder of your body, but you cannot consciously perceive or hear this silent process. You are in connection with your conscious mind, not your subconscious mind. Simply keep your conscious mind occupied with expectancy, and make sure the thoughts you have are based on what is beautiful, true, and just. Start taking care of yourself, but make sure to know that your subconscious mind is always expressing, reproducing, and manifesting your habitual thoughts. This affirmation underscores the crucial role of our subconscious mind in creating and maintaining our reality. Even though we may not necessarily be aware of its constant operation, our subconscious is the silent engine behind our thoughts, emotions, and actions. It is important to note that our conscious mind, the one we use to reflect, reason, and make decisions consciously, is distinct from our subconscious mind. However, these two aspects of our mind are in constant interaction, and our subconscious is deeply influenced by our habitual thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. By maintaining positive thoughts, based on what is beautiful, true, and just, we condition our conscious mind to occupy a prominent place in our daily lives. This can help direct our thoughts towards more beneficial and productive patterns, thus positively influencing our subconscious. Awareness of this relationship between our conscious and subconscious mind gives us the opportunity to consciously shape our life experiences. By taking care of ourselves and actively choosing positive thoughts, We can influence the process of creation of our subconscious, thus manifesting results more aligned with our desires and aspirations. In summary, by ensuring to maintain a positive attitude and cultivating constructive thoughts in our conscious mind, we work in harmony with our subconscious to create a more fulfilling and aligned reality. Remember, as water takes the shape of containers, the vital principle within you flows according to the shape of your thoughts. I affirm that my subconscious flows in harmony, health, peace, joy, and abundance. Think of it as an intelligent and living presence, like a lovely travel companion. Firmly believe that it flows through you, invigorating, inspiring, and prospering you. It will respond accordingly within your organism, forming according to your beliefs. This metaphor of water taking the shape of containers highlights the power of our thoughts to shape our inner and outer reality. Our thoughts and beliefs act as the mold that guides the flow of the vital principle through us. By consciously affirming our subconscious in states of harmony, health, peace, joy, and abundance, we set the pattern through which this vital principle circulates within us. By regarding it as an intelligent and benevolent presence, we welcome it as a travel companion who guides us towards these desired states. The importance of firmly believing in this inner reality cannot be overstated. Faith in the flow and manifestation of these positive states through us is fundamental to their realization in our reality. By firmly believing in this truth, we allow our subconscious to work in accordance with our convictions, thus influencing our physical, emotional, and mental state. The power of our subconscious is such that it responds according to our deep-seated beliefs. When we firmly believe in harmony, health, peace, joy, and abundance, our subconscious works to materialize them in our daily life, thus shaping our experience. In summary, by harnessing the power of our thoughts, affirmations, and beliefs, we establish the pathway through which the vital principle flows within us. By consciously nurturing our subconscious with positive convictions and trusting it to manifest these desired states, we pave the way for a life imbued with harmony, health, peace, joy, and abundance. This reality lies in the power of your thoughts, like an incessant flow that sculpts the manifestation of your being. By consciously cultivating positive thoughts and uplifting intentions, you guide this vital essence towards a state of wholeness and well-being. Imagine your subconscious as a crystal-clear stream winding through the twists and turns of your inner being. It's malleable, adaptable, taking the shape you give it through your deepest thoughts and beliefs. This fluid energy responds to your affirmations, to your confidence in it, thus charging itself with vitality to help you thrive. Your inner state, rich with these positive affirmations, will be reflected outwardly. Your health, attitude, and even your reality will be influenced by this fluid force that responds to your mental directives. Each positive thought is like a drop of water added to this stream, strengthening its power of healing and flourishing. So become aware of how you mold this vital energy. Be vigilant about the thoughts you nurture, for they shape the very substance of your being. Choose clarity, positivity, and inner growth, and let this life-giving water sculpt your existence towards wholeness and abundance. The healing principle of the subconscious restores atrophied nerves. The case of Madame B from France is well known, recorded in the medical archives of Lourdes, France. She was blind, and her optic nerves were atrophied. After visiting the city of Lourdes, she experienced what she called a miraculous healing. A young Protestant pastor, R. Stone, who investigated and wrote about healings in Lourdes, reported, "Madame B experienced an incredible recovery of vision even though her optic nerves are inactive and useless. A month later, it was found that her visual capacity had completely returned." This remarkable account highlights the remarkable ability of the human mind to influence physical healing. It challenges conventional notions of medical science and underscores the inexplicable and mysterious potential of the connection between the mind and the body. Madame B's story inspires further exploration into the depth of the mind's power over physical health. It raises questions about the unknown mechanisms that may be at work when faith, deep belief, and determination combine to induce remarkable healing. This example also underscores the importance of remaining open to possibilities that modern science may not yet fully understand. It invites further exploration of the inexplicable abilities of the human mind and its capacity to influence the body beyond the limits of current understanding. Madame B's story in Lourdes is not just a tale of miraculous healing, but also a call to study and understand the complexities of the human mind and its impact on health and healing. It emphasizes the importance of cultivating faith, optimism, and conviction in a possibility of healing beyond what can be scientifically explained. Initially, a medical examination had revealed she had dead eyes. I visited Lourdes several times, where I witnessed other healings. There is no doubt, as we will explain in the next chapter, that healings occur in many places around the world, whether Christian or not. Madame B, whom we have just referenced, was not healed by the waters of a shrine, but by her own subconscious. Believing, a thought of the subconscious, means accepting something as true. The accepted thought runs automatically. Without a doubt, Madame B was sure she would heal, she would regain her sight. Your subconscious, which created the eyes and vision, can revitalize inactive nerves. What the creative principle formed can be recreated. It all depends on your ability to believe. This poignant healing story raises a fundamental question about the nature of faith and deep conviction in one's own healing. It highlights the intrinsic power of the subconscious to transform physical reality in response to our deepest beliefs. Madame B did not achieve her healing through external or miraculous means, but through her unwavering faith in her own healing ability. This underscores the crucial role our thoughts and beliefs play in creating and transforming our own physical reality. This story invites us to reconsider our limits and recognize the inexplicable potential of our minds to influence our health and well-being. It encourages us to cultivate absolute confidence in our ability to heal and thrive, harnessing the creative power of our subconscious. By understanding that our beliefs and thoughts are active forces, we can then pave the way for healing and transformation possibilities. Within us lies the potential to recreate what the creative principle has formed, revitalizing, repairing, and transforming our physical reality. This reminds us that healing is not limited to the boundaries of conventional medicine, but also draws from the vast reservoir of power deep within our being. Here lies the potential to rewrite our own healing and transformation story, simply by firmly believing in this possibility. How to convey the idea of perfect health. A Protestant pastor I met in Johannesburg, South Africa, shared the method he used to convey the idea of perfect health to his subconscious. He had lung cancer. Here's the technique he gave me as he wrote it to me. Several times a day, I made sure to be mentally and physically relaxed. I relaxed my body by speaking to it like this. My heart and lungs are relaxed. My head is relaxed. My whole being is relaxed. After 5 minutes, I entered into a drowsy state. Then I affirmed the following truth. God's perfection is expressed through me. The idea of perfect health fills me at this moment. The image God has of me is a perfect one. My subconscious is recreating my body in complete harmony with God's image and spirit. This pastor experienced an extraordinary healing. This is a simple way to convey the idea of perfect health to your subconscious. Another way is to do it through disciplined and scientific imagination. I told a man suffering from paralysis to vividly imagine himself walking in his office, tapping on the desk, answering the phone, and doing the things he normally did before paralysis. I explained that this image of perfect health would be accepted by his subconscious. One day, after several weeks of mental conditioning with this image, the phone rang. Although his wife and the nurse were outside, the phone was about 10 feet away. He managed to answer it, and at that moment he was already healed. The healing power of his subconscious responded, and healing occurred. This man suffered from a mental block that prevented his brain from communicating with his legs, asserting that he couldn't walk. When he discovered the healing power within him, it flowed through his imagination and allowed him to walk again. Important ideas to remember. Your subconscious controls the processes of your body and knows the answer to all problems. This affirmation highlights the underlying power of your mind and its close connection to your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Imagine your subconscious as the vigilant guardian of your inner being, a living library containing vast knowledge about yourself. It acts as an integrated mechanism, controlling and regulating the functions of your body, far beyond what you can consciously perceive. By understanding this latent power, you open the doors to infinite potential for healing, adaptation, and solving challenges. Your subconscious is like an inexhaustible reservoir of solutions, capable of accessing intuitive answers and resolution methods for every situation. It is important to cultivate a harmonious relationship with your subconscious, as it is an influential force that can be guided by your thoughts, beliefs, and intentions. By nourishing your mind with positive affirmations, adopting an optimistic attitude, and visualizing well-being, you invite your subconscious to work in harmony with your goals and aspirations. By being aware of this close connection between your conscious mind and your subconscious, you can develop a deeper understanding of your potential for healing and adaptation. By paying particular attention to your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, you can collaborate with your subconscious to foster optimal health, resilience, and balance in all aspects of your life. By cultivating this relationship and placing unwavering trust in your subconscious, you pave the way for a better understanding of yourself and unlimited transformation potential. By recognizing and honoring the role of your subconscious in your overall well-being, you embark on a journey of personal growth and profound healing. Before you fall asleep, address a specific request to your subconscious and test its miraculous power. It is in this intimate moment just before sinking into sleep that your subconscious is most receptive and open to influence. Begin by deeply relaxing, releasing the tensions in your body and calming your mind. Visualize your request clearly and precisely. Formulate it as if it were already a present reality in your life. Feel the positive emotions associated with the fulfillment of this request, immersed in the deep conviction that it will manifest. Then repeat this request to your subconscious with firm and confident intention. Tell yourself that your subconscious possesses the power and ability to fulfill this request. Be open to receiving the response, whether it comes in the form of inspiring dreams, intuitions, or clear ideas upon awakening. Test yourself on this power by committing to observe the signs, synchronicities, or changes that may manifest in your daily life. Be attentive to any manifestation or opportunity that may seem in line with your request addressed to your subconscious. Also, remember that patience and persistence are essential in this process. The power of your subconscious may operate at different rhythms, but it is constant and always works in the background to manifest your deepest desires. By confidently and openly experimenting, you may witness the miraculous power of your subconscious. This process can not only strengthen your confidence in this potential, but also pave the way for a deeper connection with your subconscious, unlocking new possibilities for personal growth and self-realization. Everything you impress upon your subconscious is expressed in the form of conditions, experiences, and events. Therefore, you must monitor all the ideas and thoughts that your conscious mind produces. This reality underscores the crucial importance of vigilance regarding the contents we feed into our conscious minds. Our thoughts, beliefs, and affirmations directly influence the programming of our subconscious, thus shaping our reality and life experiences. Imagine your conscious mind as the guardian, filtering and carefully monitoring the thoughts and concepts that reach the depths of your subconscious. By becoming aware of this close interaction between the conscious and the unconscious, you realize the essential role of deliberately selecting your thoughts. Take a moment to reflect on the quality of your daily thoughts. Are they positive, constructive, and aligned with your goals and aspirations, or are they tinged with doubts, fears, and limiting thoughts? By being attentive to your thoughts and words, you exert control over the nature of the instructions you transmit to your subconscious. By cultivating positive thoughts, encouraging affirmations, and beliefs aligned with your desires, you program your subconscious to attract experiences and circumstances in harmony with these positive vibrations. However, this does not mean suppressing all negative thoughts or less favorable emotions. It is rather an invitation to recognize these thoughts, understand their origins, and gradually transform them into more constructive thoughts aligned with your goals. By consciously managing your thoughts and choosing those that nurture and awaken the potential of your subconscious, you can steer your life toward a more positive and fulfilling trajectory. It is a constant practice of attention and careful selection of thoughts, a path to mastering your mind and life experiences. The law of action and reaction is universal. Your thought is the action, and the reaction is the response of your subconscious. Monitor your thoughts. This fundamental law of the universe underscores the intrinsic dynamic between our thoughts and the responses they elicit in our reality. Every thought we entertain acts as a signal sent to our subconscious, triggering a reactive process that shapes our life experience. Become aware of the power of your thoughts. Every thought you generate creates an impulse, an energy that unfolds in your inner and outer reality. These thoughts can have a profound impact on your emotions, actions, and the circumstances that manifest in your life. By monitoring your thoughts, you become the vigilant guardian of your own reality. Take a moment to observe your habitual thoughts. Are they aligned with your goals, aspirations, and deepest values? Or are they tinged with doubts, fears, or self-imposed limitations? By becoming aware of your thoughts, you can question and transform them if necessary. Rather than letting negative or limiting thoughts dominate, you can replace them with positive thoughts, constructive affirmations and visualizations that enhance your well-being and progress towards your goals. Your subconscious reacts to your thoughts constantly, shaping your inner and outer reality based on this dynamic. By committing to cultivate positive thoughts, nurturing benevolent intentions, and maintaining beliefs that support you, you stimulate a positive and harmonious response from your subconscious. It is in this continuous vigilance over your thoughts that lies the power to transform your life. By monitoring your thoughts, you take the reins of your destiny, paving the way for a reality more aligned with your highest aspirations and more conducive to realizing your full potential. Frustration stems from dissatisfaction. If you only focus on obstacles, delays, and difficulties, your subconscious will become blocked. This highlights the close link between our dominant thoughts and our emotional experience. When we are obsessed with challenges and constraints, we create a mental environment conducive to frustration and dissatisfaction. This, in turn, can affect our subconscious and limit our ability to move forward. Become aware of the nature of your thoughts. Are they mainly focused on problems, or are you actively seeking solutions? Are you constantly preoccupied with what's not working, or are you looking for opportunities for growth and learning in every situation? By concentrating your attention on obstacles and difficulties, you reinforce these aspects in your reality. Your subconscious reacts to these dominant thoughts by creating a pattern that can block positive opportunities and potential solutions. Yet by consciously shifting your thoughts to include more optimistic perspectives, you can unlock your subconscious potential. By focusing on solutions, personal growth, and lessons to be learned from challenges, you create space for positive responses and opportunities to manifest in your life. This does not mean denying difficulties or obstacles, but rather adopting a proactive and constructive attitude towards them. By doing so, you balance your thoughts and pave the way for a more adaptive and creative approach to problem-solving and overcoming challenges. Your subconscious is receptive to your dominant thoughts. By consciously choosing to direct your attention towards thoughts that foster growth, problem-solving, and optimism, you unlock a potential for transformation and success that may have been previously hindered by a limited view of things. The vital principle will flow through you if you consciously affirm, "The subconscious power manifests through me." This belief dissolves all conflict. This powerful affirmation highlights the mind's ability to directly influence our reality. By consciously acknowledging the power of the subconscious and connecting it to the manifestation of the vital principle, we establish a direct connection between our beliefs and experiences. By repeating this affirmation with conviction, we program our minds to accept this truth as a reality. This deep and unwavering acceptance then becomes the foundation upon which our reality is built. By resolving internal conflicts and cultivating a strong belief in the power of the subconscious through us, we create internal alignment that promotes coherence and harmony. This internal coherence is then reflected in our external experience, fostering a sense of inner peace, clarity of mind, and emotional balance. However, this affirmation is not just a mere statement, but a commitment to adopt this belief as a guiding principle in our lives. By allowing this conviction to permeate our thoughts, actions, and interactions, we nurture the reality we wish to see manifest. This affirmation acts as a catalyst to align us with the flow of the universal vital principle. It reminds us that our thoughts and beliefs have a profound impact on how we experience the world around us. By cultivating this belief in our inner power, consciously connecting to the force of the subconscious and the vital principle, we open ourselves to unlimited potential for personal growth, well-being, and fulfillment in all aspects of our lives. It is an invitation to recognize and harness the extraordinary power that resides within us to create a reality filled with peace, health, and prosperity. Worry, anxiety, and fear interfere with the normal rhythm of the heart, lungs, and other organs. Nourish your subconscious with thoughts of health and peace, and all vital functions will return to normal. This underscores the deep connection between emotional state and physical health. Our thoughts and emotions can significantly influence the functioning of our vital organs and our overall well-being. By consciously nourishing our subconscious with thoughts of health and peace, we can restore balance and vitality in our bodies. When we cultivate positive thoughts of health, serenity, and well-being, we create an inner environment conducive to healing and regeneration. These thoughts nourish our subconscious, emitting signals that directly influence the harmonious functioning of our biological systems. By soothing our worries and fears, we reduce the emotional and physical tension that can disrupt the natural rhythm of our organs. Conversely, establishing a mindset of tranquility, confidence, and positivity promotes optimal balance in our physiology. It is essential to become aware of our thoughts and emotions, guiding them towards positive and uplifting pathways for our well-being. Regular practice of meditation, positive visualization, as well as adopting an attitude of gratitude and inner calm, can play a crucial role in creating a mental state conducive to health and inner peace. By consciously nourishing our subconscious with thoughts of health and peace, we provide our bodies with the ideal conditions to regain their natural balance. This holistic approach highlights the profound connection between mind and body, reminding us of the extraordinary power we have to promote our own healing and well-being by cultivating positive and benevolent thoughts. Keep your conscious mind busy by anticipating the best. This is how your subconscious will materialize your thoughts. This idea emphasizes the importance of consciously directing our thoughts towards optimistic perspectives and positive outcomes. By focusing on positive expectations and constructive visions, we directly influence how our subconscious interprets and acts upon our thoughts. By maintaining optimistic thoughts and anticipating the best, we condition our subconscious to work in harmony with our goals and desires. Our thoughts and expectations become instructions for our subconscious, guiding it towards the manifestation of what we consciously envision. It is essential to maintain constant vigilance over our dominant thoughts. By actively choosing to steer them towards positive scenarios and desirable outcomes, we send clear signals to our subconscious to act accordingly. However, this does not mean ignoring reality or disconnecting from it. It is rather about adopting a more constructive and positive perspective to interpret and respond to life's circumstances. By staying focused on the best possible outcome, even in the face of challenges, we steer our subconscious towards solutions, opportunities, and actions aligned with our aspirations. This does not guarantee that everything will unfold exactly as planned, but it creates a mindset conducive to exploring new possibilities, resilience in the face of obstacles, and openness to positive experiences. In summary, by keeping our conscious mind occupied with positive thoughts and optimistic expectations, we influence our subconscious to cooperate with us in materializing these visions in our reality. It is an active and ongoing process that requires regular practice of maintaining a constructive and positive mental attitude while remaining open to the opportunities and surprises that life has in store for us. Imagine a happy ending to your problem. What you imagine will be accepted by your subconscious and will manifest as reality. This idea highlights the power of visualization and imagination in creating our reality. By deliberately and persistently visualizing a positive resolution to our problems, we introduce a new programming into our subconscious that influences how we perceive and approach these situations. When we imagine a happy conclusion to our challenges, we send powerful signals to our subconscious. This process of mental imagery creates a desired scenario in our mind, and our subconscious begins to act accordingly to materialize this vision in our reality. However, it is important to emphasize that visualization alone is not enough to instantly solve problems. It is a powerful tool, but for it to work, it often requires accompanying this visualization with concrete actions and a proactive attitude. Positive visualization can serve as a catalyst to boost our creativity, confidence, and determination to find solutions. It can also help us maintain an optimistic and resilient attitude towards challenges, allowing us to focus on possibilities and desired outcomes rather than obstacles. By imagining and mentally accepting a positive outcome to our problems, we reinforce our confidence in our ability to overcome difficulties. We create a mindset conducive to manifesting solutions and opportunities that help us achieve our goals. Regular practice of positive visualization, combined with deliberate and persistent action, can be a powerful tool for creating significant changes in our lives. It is a way to work in collaboration with our subconscious, to broaden our perspectives and create positive outcomes.